If you're committed to staying where you are and doing what you've always been doing, even though you're not happy, it might be you that needs a mindset reset. If you complain and you're defensive when others offer solutions, believing nothing will work for you, even if it's worked for other people, and finding all the reasons you can't stop doing what you're doing, you might need a mindset reset. You're not truly open to finding solutions. You are staying in a relationship that isn't healthy. You're staying in a job that isn't paying you well, even though you have knowledge and ability to get paid more, or not staying committed to becoming a healthy version of yourself. All those things could mean you're ready for a mindset shift. If you believe nothing ever goes right for your life, or your life is always a struggle, you often feel hopeless and powerless, you might need a mindset reset. This and so many other things. Have you ever felt held back by self-doubt, whether it's speaking up in a meeting or connecting with others, or simply just believing in your own worth? Well, you're not alone. Welcome to the Crazy Confidence Coach podcast. I'm Heather Edwards, Master Certified Life Coach, and my goal is to empower you to step into your most authentic, confident self. Here, you're going to discover practical strategies and powerful insights to help you improve your communication, deepen those relationships, and elevate your self-esteem. And each week, I'm going to guide you through some actionable tips and mindset shifts that are specifically designed to help you break free from fear, show up boldly in every area of your life, and build crazy confidence. Are you ready to stop hiding in the shadows, playing small, and avoiding the spotlight? Grab your favorite pen and a notebook, and let's get to it. When you hear people discussing mindset tricks, they say you have to be positive. Just be positive and everything will be better. But having a growth mindset is going beyond just negativity. When you complain, when you compare yourself to others, when you blame others, when you don't have or get what you want, focus on immediate gratification, or focus on what isn't working, you will continue to find yourself unhappy and dissatisfied. So your attitudes and what you believe and think about yourself and other people and how you interpret circumstances, then the interactions, all of that makes up your mindset. The first thing that you can do to improve your mindset and gain more confidence is to become more aware of what the thoughts and beliefs you have, what they are. So sometimes the thoughts and what you believe are holding you back, and then they're just keeping you from being the best, most confident version of you. The other piece of it is that it really can keep you in a state of sabotaging yourself and your efforts. Your thoughts can influence what your actions are, and then your actions directly impact your outcome. If you're not getting the outcome and the results in your life that you'd really like, it's likely that you just have some thoughts and beliefs that are leading you astray. We have between 6,000 and 60,000 thoughts per day. For the most part, our thoughts are rapid and happen naturally without intention. So in other words, we're just not thinking about what we're thinking about. They just come naturally. Your thoughts and interpretations are a result of your experiences and what you've been taught, or at least a combination of that. And it's completely impossible to manage all of that, all the thoughts that you have in a single day. It's also impossible to capture all the thoughts you're having that are limiting you or are negative and that are preventing you from doing better things in your life. I would love to tell you that all you have to do is repeat positive thoughts and voila, you have an amazing positive mindset. And there's this idea that you can write down positive thoughts on a Post-it note, stick them to your mirror, and repeat them while you brush your teeth. And eventually you'll just be this different person with a different mindset. And unfortunately, that doesn't always work. And here's why. If you don't believe the new positive thought you wrote down, you'll never take ownership of it, and you will see no significant difference in your life from repeating it. On a rare occasion, you might have some success with this process, putting the Post-it up there and repeating it, but as soon as the new thought you have is challenged, or if life throws you something your way that interrupts that validity of your new thought, it goes out the window and you find yourself right back where you started and searching for a way to create that mindset that you want. So for example, if you write down the affirmative positive statement, I'm a millionaire and I can buy anything I want. It sounds great, right? It sounds positive and it sounds affirmative. And initially, you may be motivated by the thought. But if you currently can't pay your bills and you spend most of your day having thoughts about how hard it is to pay bills, you're struggling at your job, and you're tired and exhausted from trying to figure it all out, you're very likely not to become a millionaire. If you believe millionaires or people who have lots of money are bad and they're selfish, you certainly won't become one of them. So our beliefs about ourselves and our ability to make money or have better relationships or get a better job are tied heavily to our core thoughts about us being able to do it and what it means to do it. History guides our current beliefs and our thoughts. If you've always made money based on hourly wages or a fixed salary, it can be a difficult challenge to see yourself as a person who can break that money creation barrier. So this week I had a discovery call with this young woman who said 3 times in our short conversation that she always makes stupid financial decisions and her family was absolutely right about her. Her family didn't want her to take the career path that she took due to the money challenges they believed it would present, and she was holding on to these borrowed beliefs that her family gave her, that she was living directly into those beliefs about her choices. So what I mean by that is this, that she believed her current challenge of finances was due to the fact that she was stupid and that she wasn't making the right decisions in her life. Really and truly, she just built up all these walls around what was possible for her doing what she had chosen to do as a career path. What she chose to do wasn't a horrible thing. I know many people in her chosen career path that are very successful, making great money. As I was listening to her tell her stories, I realized she had made some amazing choices in her life that were out of the ordinary and served her very well, and she just couldn't see them. She was criticizing herself, couldn't see a way out of her financial circumstance, and she was making lots of excuses each time I offered her something to consider that would offer her some relief financially and in her career. So her case is very classic of having a mindset block and needing some mindset tricks to help her shift, because her thoughts currently about her situation are absolutely not going to get her anywhere. The mindset she's in right now is very stuck. She kept asking me over and over what she should do. She really was looking to me to make those choices for her. And I realized that she just had several mindset gaps that really need to be filled. And ultimately, she decided not to work with me, which was fine, not a big deal. I offer, free discovery call for that very reason. But what I realized is this particular situation, she had so many places that I could help her, so many places that she had mindset gaps, and mindset resets would be very helpful for her. And she was very resistant to it. She had doubts that anything would work for her. She really had insecurities around her abilities, or around her family, and she really was trapped into believing that nothing could help her. Here's what I want you to look for to determine if you too might need a mindset reset. If you see these behaviors in yourself, it might be you. If you're committed to staying where you are and doing what you've always been doing, even though you're not happy, it might be you that needs a mindset reset. If you complain and you're defensive when others offer solutions, believing nothing will work for you, even if it's worked for other people, and finding all the reasons you can't stop doing what you're doing, you might need a mindset reset. You're not truly open to finding solutions. You are staying in a relationship that isn't healthy. You're staying in a job that isn't paying you well, even though you have knowledge and ability to get paid more, or not staying committed to becoming a healthy version of yourself. All those things could mean you're ready for a mindset shift. If you believe nothing ever goes right for your life, or your life is always a struggle, you often feel hopeless and powerless, you might need a mindset reset. This and so many other things are absolutely red flags for you. If you're in a place where you're asking other people what you should do over and over, complaining, feeling lost or chaotic most of the time, it's just time to rebuild the trust you have in yourself. Reset your mindset and create more confidence. You are absolutely, always, at all times, capable of making decisions in your life that will impact your life in a positive way. A quick and easy mindset habit to do is take 5 minutes a day, write out as many of your thoughts about you and your life as possible, and then just pick 1 or 2 thoughts that you can intentionally work on, either for the day or for the week, however you want to do it. It's just intentionally going to work on the thoughts that you're having. When you pick the thoughts that you want to work on, you're going to ask yourself things like, is this thought true? Or am I making excuses? Am I being resistant to it somehow? Am I doubting myself? Is there something that I could do to change my current mindset or belief if it's a negative mindset that's impacting my life? Is there a decision I could make today that would change the results or outcomes I'm currently having? Is there a way to get some help addressing my mindset? Can I find a friend, a colleague, a coach, or a mentor? As a coach, I help you identify those layers of doubts, insecurities, resistance, and triggers that are sabotaging you. They are embedded in your mindset and how you show up in the world. What I do is I teach people how to identify and work on your issues for yourself. Because when you stay unaware or you allow yourself to stay confused, it's impossible to make changes in your life. It's impossible to have a better mindset if you don't even know your mindset is broken. The second part of addressing and building a strong mindset is reframing and managing your mind around your specific issues. In the coaching world, we talk about challenging your thoughts and learning to be uncomfortable because it's where the magic is. Learning to redirect and manage your mind is valuable. It sounds weird, manage your mind, but it's exactly what I'm talking about. Every time you change a complaint to find something positive or find a solution instead of complaining, you become stronger. Each time you realize you're being resistant to change and explore what it could look like to make changes, you become an advocate for possibilities rather than choosing to stay stuck. All of these little tweaks and things that you can do will help you build a better mindset. Another fun way of strengthening your mindset is to work backwards. This is my favorite way to do mindset work. Decide the mindset you'd like to have and then build that mindset from the ground up. Decide you're going to be a person who is healthy and happy. Ask yourself, what would a healthy and happy person do? How would a healthy and happy person act? What kind of thoughts would this person have? What kind of actions does this person take? Then you go about working those thoughts, actions, and behaviors into your life. At first, it's going to feel off. It's not going to feel great because you're not used to being that person, but you just keep tweaking and readjusting, especially if you're a person who has always been unhappy and unfit. Hopefully that's not the case. This is just an example. Let me tell you, you can do it. You can do whatever you want to, especially for me, I love doing the ground up work. You can do this with relationships. You can decide today you want to have a healthy, loving relationship. This was me 15 years ago. I had a breakup that was with a person that was unhealthy and the relationship just wasn't the greatest. What I ended up doing is I made a list of everything that I wanted in my relationship, what I wanted to bring to the relationship, what type of actions both partners would need to make in the relationship, how we could make it successful. And then I put down all of these traits that I wanted in the person that I would be married to one day. And then I also made a list of the traits I wanted to offer my partner. So without all that time and effort that I put into identifying what I wanted, I didn't have the right mindset for finding my right relationship. Before I worked on my mindset, I was dating random guys and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't happy. As soon as I decided to have the mindset of a person who is looking for a healthy relationship and a specific type of partner, Dating became easy. I stopped being sad or frustrated when the date wasn't great. I became confident and secure because I knew exactly what I was looking for, and I knew exactly who I was and what I was offering and what I wanted my partner to offer me. You may be sitting here thinking, oh, that's crazy. Or you may be thinking, I'm in a relationship already that isn't easy to get out of. Maybe you're already married and you don't feel content. My question to you would be this. What type of mindset do you have about your marriage? Do you take responsibility for the health of a relationship, or do you blame your partner? Are you complaining all the time? Are you being a nag? Are you picking on them? Are you finding ways to contribute and make your partner feel loved and appreciated? Or are you constantly on the search for the things that aren't working? There are so many ways that we approach our lives that really matter. The way we think about our spouses, our jobs, our children, our parents, our coworkers, the food we eat, politics, all of it. It all matters. Your mindset is a set point for what your reality becomes. So if you want to change your life, you absolutely have the power to do that, but you have to work at the mindset that you are bringing to whatever part of your life that you want to change. The quickest way to do that is decide you're no longer going to live in the chaos, overwhelm, drama, whatever, negative place you are in currently, and begin working on it. Little by little, just decide that you're going to be the best version of work, play, relationships, whatever, health, whatever it is. Then start defining what that version is and move toward that version. Start with positive self-talk each day. Identify positive things in your life, things that you like about you. Identify what's really working in your life, and then build from there. Your mind will start to go to work to find what's amazing in your life. Bust yourself when you're complaining. If you're having a hard time with your mindset reset, use this mindset trick. Get super curious. Do you remember Curious George? He's my favorite. He was the cartoon character that was a monkey, and he would go around just being curious. He was sloppy and clumsy, but he wasn't really worried about what other people were thinking. He is simply going around and exploring and questioning everything. And that's what I really believe we should do with this. Don't be afraid to ask why. Why do you have your current mindset? Would it be worth challenging your current mindset? What do you have to gain by changing your mindset? And what could be made easier by challenging or changing your mindset? When we are brave enough to ask why we think the way we do and why we currently function the way we do, it can give us this fresh outlook about our lives and the people in it. When we are willing to work on creating stronger, healthier, and more supportive thoughts and mindset, we set ourselves up for success. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It has been a blast. I would love for you to do me a huge favor and either go leave a rating or a review. And if you really love the podcast or you've learned anything at all, please pass it on to a friend or a family member that might enjoy the podcast as well. That's how I grow, and that's how I'm able to continue bringing you content. If you are interested in coaching, just go to thecrazyconfidencecoach.com. You can sign up for a free discovery call there. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you next Tuesday so we can build our crazy confidence together. Love you big.